Hello everybody, Icelandic Farmer here, and welcome back to Sosnovka Not. Today I promised you a little interview with Johnny Whit, and I want to welcome him to be here. Here he is, standing right beside me here. Hello Johnny.
Hello.
Nice to have you with us here.
Thank you.
Live on Sosnovka Not, your first map that you have been changing for 17.
Yeah.
So today we could do some just grass handling and make some hay. I have put up a hay loft over there. If you walk and see it just by the pigs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So it's just for us to start do some job. And in the time I will ask you some questions.
No problem.
I was always wondering. I could first start to ask you, Johnny, where you are from.
Australia.
Where part of Australia are you from then, living in?
In Victoria, Australia, in the down south.
Yeah. Okay.
I come from a farming community here.
Yeah.
I'm an ex-farmer myself.
Yeah. So what have your what is it that you did when you were full at work? What was your main income in working?
Towards the end, I gave up farming in my 30s, and I had a degree in engineering and a boilermaker, we call them here, or a welder. And right up until retirement, I was a welder.
Yeah.
The local industries around here.
Yeah.
Fixing the equipment from all the farmers in the area that destroyed their things.
Yeah. You're checking out all the equipment that we have here?
Yep, just going through them all, seeing what you've got.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm really much for Fendt tractors, so most of them are Fendt.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
No. But what you could actually do there, are you in the big one? No, you're back there, okay.
I'm back in this one here. It's got the front weight on it. Normal wheels.
I'm just going to take the big Fendt and start him on seeding.
Yep.
So it will take him some time to seed this field anyway. So.
Yep. For the last 12 years of my working life, I actually worked for Fendt's rival, or main rival, Deutz.
Yeah.
They had it was a Deutz dealership. They sold Deutz and Massey Ferguson actually.
Yeah.
And I worked there. They had like a welding division, and I actually helped the mechanics there from time to time when they were understaffed.
Yeah.
I had a fairly extensive mechanical knowledge,
yeah.
So I not only welded and repaired, and I could even say I invented a lot of farming helping tools at the time. Farmer would come in and say, I want something that can do this, and the boss and I would put our heads together and design something that would do the job that the farmer wanted.
Yeah. So what is that started you on starting playing farming simulator, for example?
When 13 first came out, I had no idea the game existed. I didn't play 11 or 9, but I saw 13 being advertised, and I thought, oh, I didn't know there was such a thing, so I downloaded it and bought the game and started playing it, and I fell in love
Yeah.
with it. My biggest hassle with like 13 and 15 was that the farms were very unreal.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, these people are giants. Have never even seen a farm, let alone been a farmer, by the design of their default maps. And I started mapping in 13. I never released any.
No.
I'm not normally a very outgoing person. I'm quite shy, and I did submit one map that I made to FS UK, and it was rejected because the simple reason, in the credits, I didn't put giants in the credits, so they refused it. And back then, they didn't even say to me, just update that and resubmit it. They just basically refused it, and that was it. So I thought, well, this is too hard. I'm not gonna fight with these people over one silly mistake in the credits.
No.
They didn't refuse the map for any other reason. It was just that you didn't put them in the credits. So I didn't release that map or any other maps that followed.
No.
I just shared them with my friends. I had a group of friends here that here in Australia that played as well, that I talked into playing actually.
Yeah.
We our group normally played role-playing games together.
Yeah.
But then when I discovered this, I gave them all a link, and we all decided we'd try it.
Yeah. So you did one or two, three maps for 15.
Yes,
you released?
I did two that were released, or two series, and I did a third, which was a self-build one, which was a 4 times map that never actually made it to the. Because I'm very fussy. Everything's got to be right. Everything's got to be as realistic as possible.
Yeah.
And it was a massive job. It took me 12 months to get it into playable stage where everything seemed okay, but I never released it because I heard 17 was coming out, and I thought, well, there's little point. The majority of the public will start playing 17 and leave 15 behind.
Yeah.
So that was never released.
Your biggest success in 15, was it Westbridge Hills Forest, wasn't it?
Yes. My version of Westbridge Hills, which I call Forest.
Yeah.
That had it was put on about 6 websites, and I think there's well over around 100,000 downloads.
Yeah.
Combining the downloads from all the different sites, and it's very popular.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't been that big of a modder from before, but Westbridge Hills actually did got really popular amongst people.
Point where there was I'm going to say 4 different versions of it, with and 3 people contacted me asking if they could use my version to make their own and publicise them, which of course I did. To me, there's no real copyright. I know a lot of modders out there jump up and down when someone takes their mod and changes it, but in all fairness, everything that's done for this game actually belongs to Giants, not really the person modding it.
No.
I do, however, take offence that people that take other people's mods don't ask first.
Yeah, this should actually.
They should actually at least contact the people that originally did the mod and ask their permission and implement any criteria or things that the original modder would like him not to do or to do. My only request to all the 3 versions that came out was that they keep my credits, whoever I've credited in my version, they keep, and make sure they acknowledge that it was myself that was the original modder. That's all I ever asked for. The one that was released without my permission, I contacted him and said it would have been nice to hear from you first. And he was a German guy, and he was quite rude about it. Told me basically to go jump. I have no say in the map, etc., etc. I didn't steal it as such, because it didn't belong to me, and I wholeheartedly agree, it didn't belong to me, but it would have been nice to say, I'm going to take your map and change it and publicise it. Is that okay? But he was quite adamant that I could go jump in the river, you know. He's not going to acknowledge me or anything I did. And he was very rude about it.
And after the Westbridge Forest, you came out with what afterwards?
I did an edit of the other default map.
Bjornholm?
Bjornholm, yes. It wasn't very popular because that was a horrible map. So many tiny fields, all scattered all over the place. Some you couldn't join because there was too much terrain and things in the way. Although saying that, there's some people that went to a lot of work to make it right or to improve it. My version, I just hated the map, so I did a rush edit and stuck it out there. But I didn't push the fact. I just didn't like it. It was a terrible. These fields, all the things you call fields, they're not fields. Like I've mentioned it to you before that a lot of these fields are as big as my backyard, and I live in town now. I've retired and bought a house in town. And most of these so-called fields are the size of a house block, where someone would buy that so-called field, build a house on it, and that's all there'd be room for.
Because
they're not. It's just silly.
I agree with you, Bjornholm. I usually played that map myself just for the forest, because it was many big forest places there. There was nice to forest on, but the fields were too small for my opinion. And it's just like the Gold Crest Valley, as I have already said in one of my videos, that I feel the fields are too small there, even on that map.
Yes. Anything like, still, I kept a couple of smaller fields on here because I thought to myself, it seemed that people seem to like a few small fields, which is fine. Fields the size of, say, 6 and 7 on this map, or even 5 and 1 and 2. They're good fields for potatoes or sugar beets. Because you don't need a lot of land to get a high yield. So, imagine putting, say, potatoes in field 16, you'd have 1 million litres of potatoes. That's just silly, in this game anyway. Because you'd never get your money out of it. You would hurt the market so much by selling that many. You'd be lucky to get $1 a litre in the end if you tried selling them all.
Because if you have a big field like, say, 16 that you have combined here on this map, and fill that with sugar beets, you're going to get over 1 million litres out of that.
That's correct, yes.
That is. Then you don't need to do any more sugar beet harvest for that season.
Forever.
You have enough to sell just little by little all the time. And you did a really good, nice map that I actually started on in 15. Hardworking. What?
Yes. Now that
Yeah.
originally the original Hardworking 1 and Hardworking 2 were not mine. They
No.
were done by the Woodman.
Yeah.
But he kept that map pretty much standard. He just redesigned the map itself and just put standard stuff in. I contacted him and asked him whether I could update it, make a version 3, and include some of the more popular download elements for modders, like the
Yeah.
pigs and the calves, or they call it beef,
Yeah.
and changed a few things on the map itself. And he replied to me and said if he really thought there was a need for it, that he had no problem with that.
Yeah.
So I did that, and it seemed quite popular. A lot of people liked it better than the original, only because there was more to do. You had pigs and beef.
Yeah, and all these trees that you had in the fields, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he put some of them there. I added to it a bit more to place some more trees around.
Yeah. And you needed to plow all the fields so you could start to seed them and such.
Yes.
So what else have you been doing for modding? You did a pickup truck?
I haven't done much vehicles, not released anyway. I did a tractor.
Yeah.
Very nice Case 360. It was a big achievement made to do that.
Yeah.
And I did a pickup truck that you could use with the repair mod. Now that had been a truck released by someone else who also used to proceed and fertiliser, but it came up with errors and warnings in the log. And I contacted him and asked him if I could use this mod and do some changes to it, try and take the errors and warnings out. And he replied to me and said, not a problem. I'm happy. He said he's happy to allow me to try and improve it, or maybe get the errors out of the log, and to contact him when it's done so he could have a look at it, which I did. And I released my version several months ago, and it was reasonably popular. The fact that you could use it in any map, it didn't matter whether the map was equipped with the repair facility or not. You could use the repair mod in your map, whether it was ready or not, and use my little truck to run around and repair the vehicles. I for one like that part of the realism that you can damage your vehicle by hitting sheds and running into fences or trees all the time. I think there should be some repercussion.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully they'll bring that out in this game, the modder that did the damage and repair.
Yeah, I think it will, because if I remember right, it was in 13 too.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, damage mod. And it even came now in 15, and I'm probably sure that they will put it in this game too.
Yeah.
So what is your plans for 17? More maps or mods?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm currently working on a map from the ground up again. I looked into the conversion part, and there's some that have been successful at converting 15 maps to 17. I also read it can be a real pain because a lot of the things have changed.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big reader. I hate reading, so if I have to read pages of how-to, it'll never happen. I'm more of a hands-on type of person.
Yeah.
which throws the instructions away and dives in head first and starts worrying about whether I'm doing it the right way or not later.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I thought I'll do a ground up rebuild rather than try and convert my 15 map, which was never released,
Yeah.
and do a ground up build.
So how far away should we is that map from now?
Oh, that map
A few
that map
months.
will be that map will be months away.
Yeah.
I did actually start doing the Gold Crest Valley one,
Yeah.
and I was possibly halfway through that. I'd changed some of the fields. I've moved all the animals around the farm, and then I saw a flood of Gold Crest edits come out.
Yeah.
A good dozen maps came out in the first week, and I looked at all these maps, and every single one of them didn't change the map at all. Every one brought the animals to the main farm, and that was it. There was like a dozen different versions of where the animals were shifted to around the main farm, and I thought, it's nice. They're nice to do that, but why has everyone done this and basically done a similar map?
Yeah.
The biggest hassle for me wasn't whether the animals were far away, and I think that's stupid anyway. There's no farmer in his right mind that would build a cow dairy, 10 kilometres away.
No.
So that's just silly. Like most farmers around here would either sacrifice some of their land around their home within, a 10-minute walk from their house
Yeah.
to build the dairy. And they'd build it there, not halfway across their area.
No, I said to that to myself when I saw the new map with the game, that why have all the animals so far away? Why do they still have that? Why haven't they changed that?
Yeah. I asked and several others asked that question I think it was in 13, and the response was from Giants was that they did that on purpose, not because they didn't know. They did that on purpose to stop lag, to try to reduce the graphic lag,
Okay.
having all that. But I never, back in 13, my computer wasn't very good. I didn't have a very good computer. But and the modded maps I downloaded to try had all the animals around the farm, and I never got lag.
No.
So I thought to myself, they're making an excuse here that isn't valid, unless of course someone's playing on a 20-year-old laptop that may struggle.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could see there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know why they do it. They don't try. Realism isn't a big criteria at Giants, I don't think.
It doesn't seem so often.
No. They haven't really looked very deep into it, I don't think.
I've seen like now in this game 17. I really love the modeling of the machinery they have done. They have done a really good job
the areas.
there, I think.
Yes.
They are, and even the deformation of the wheels is really realistic.
It is. They've done a lot of. They've made a lot of advances in realism of everything in the game except the design of the maps they've released. Yeah. I don't think. I think they're a little lazy there. I think they're hoping that the modders do the work for them and bring out mod maps.
Yeah, they actually do. Many modders. Often the original maps aren't used very long, because
no.
I know by myself when I play farming simulator. I mean, are you tedding or are you?
Oh, you got a tedder? I'm sorry, I just grabbed the rake. No, I'll get the tedder.
No, it's no problem. It's my terrible luck of telling you what you can do.
Yep, no, that's all right. I'll ted.
I was thinking about making at least this one with hay, and then the bigger one we can actually put in silage.
Yes.
So I will just drive over to right under field 12, beside field 16, and mow that grass field too.
Okay.
And then when I'm finished with that, I come back, and then we can start to do something about that hay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking about that is myself. I didn't play the regional maps that much.
No.
Even in 13.
I hated Haggenstead.
Yeah,
I really did. It was a what we call a placebo over here, a map for when you don't really want a map. It was shocking. I thought, surely Europeans don't farm like this.
Many, like here in Norway, they have fields like these. I have seen that, and I'm living here with it, and they have many farmers here have small fields all over. But for the game, I feel like it should be bigger fields.
Yes.
On the maps. But that is something that, as you said, like giants are waiting for the modders to do that job for them.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I don't know. Haggenstead I did play quite a lot in the beginning when I was getting a handle of the game, how everything works. So I did play that for a long time until I stumbled on that Paradise map that I have told you about from earlier. Quite big fields, and that was one of my favorites. I remember I've been played that map many hours.
Okay. Yep.
And then I started this YouTubing just for maybe 7 months ago. I stumbled on your map there.
Yep.
Hardworking, and Whit. I got in contact with you.
Yeah. Yep. Which got me. Yeah. Got us friendly.
Connected, maybe, or what we can say.
And actually got me looking too on different videos of the game from other people, and I was shocked, absolutely shocked. I knew there was a couple of videos out there for Westbridge Forest.
Yeah.
I knew that. I'd seen them, but then it started to pop up everywhere. There was people that had done series on the map and all sorts of things, and I had no idea.
No.
And that's when I realised that how popular the actual map was.
Yeah.
I was quite taken by that.
Yeah. What do you think about the gameplay in? If you think between 15 and 17, what do you think about the difference between them two?
I'm disappointed a little. There's some things in 15 you could do in multiplayer that you can't do here. I'm very disappointed that in multiplayer you can't do missions in 17. Yeah. You could in 15. You could go to the bulletin boards in multiplayer and do missions. I don't understand why you can't do it here. I don't see any reason not to.
No.
The only here I don't think you could do it in 15 anyway. If you haven't completed a mission, you'll lose it if you become disconnected or save and quit. You won't have the mission won't be there when you come back. That's fair enough. Yeah. But I'm sure that was in 15 as well. I don't know why they haven't included that. I'm disappointed by that.
Yeah.
I am impressed that they've finally made multiplayer less laggy.
Yeah. Yeah, like now,
Um,
do you have any lag?
I have a little lag, yes, but it's not heartbreaking lag. It's
No.
not jerky like it used to be in 15. It used to jerk really badly.
Yeah.
I know you could be seeding a field, and you could get a lag spike that would take you nearly the entire length of the field. You would be
Yeah.
there, and then the next minute you'd be at the end of the field ready to crash in trees
Yeah.
before you got control again. That's not the case here. I still get a little lag when I'm playing with you, but it's very small. It's not jerky. The response from the vehicle is slow, like when I try to turn.
Yeah.
I tend to zigzag a little because I'm overcompensating.
Yeah.
But apart from that, there's no real lag. And when I play with my friends here in Australia, we get none of that.
No.
And we still got that lag here in Australia when you were playing, with people in my own town. Like there's a couple of people here I play with and a couple of people across the country over here that I play with. And it was shocking.
Just for everybody, just for everybody
and
that
it
is
was for
watching,
everyone, yes.
I am hosting the game on my computer in Norway, and he is actually sitting in Australia playing with me. So you can imagine, it's just going half around the world, on the other side of the world, and he's still playing with, a little lag.
Yeah, but it's not that jerky, oh God, lad, what am I going to hit? Like here I'm near a lake. In the earlier versions, I would probably end up in the middle of the lake without realising.
Yeah.
I thought that was a big letdown with 15. And they've improved that with 17 a great deal. In the end, when we were playing, my friends and I playing 15, we got a dedicated server. And it was hosted here in Australia. There's a dedicated server site here in Australia. And it was better, but still very laggy.
You got a lag even with the dedicated server.
With a dedicated server, there was lag.
I haven't
not as much, but you would still get occasional lag spikes that could last minutes.
Yeah.
And then it'd be fine again for 15 minutes, half an hour, and then you'd get another lag spike.
Yeah.
So they've improved that. I would love to see this game on a dedicated server.
Yeah, I haven't played 17 on dedicated server now. I haven't done that yet. So I don't know. And I have only played it with you, and I'm hosting the game. So I haven't got that lag problems as you are talking about.
No, and this is fine. You could put up with the lag coming from this.
Yeah.
I'm imagining the changes in the lag spikes from 15 to 17 on a dedicated server is suggesting to me that you won't get any lag on a dedicated server at this stage. I don't know. We'd have to find out one day.
Yeah. We sure do. What else is that you think is with 17 that you think is better or worse than 15?
Well, as you said before, the graphics are much better, and that happens with all games. As they progress through the years, the graphics gets better. I've noticed the demand has changed, so I can only surmise that in 13 and 15 they used a very bad graphics engine, which I would have to agree with.
Yeah.
As I stated before, I'm a big role-playing player online.
Yeah.
I play a lot of MMOs, which are massive multiplayer online games.
Yeah.
And I get no lag, which is crazy to think. Some of those games have absolutely beautiful graphics, very realistic, and you could be in an area where there are hundreds of other players, all doing their own thing, moving, interacting, and there's no lag.
Yeah.
You know, I can't understand why a similar graphics engine can't be used for this game.
I don't know. It could be money.
It could be. I don't know. Maybe the interaction with the terrain might be an issue, or with objects. I'm not too sure.
No.
But that always made me scratch my head. How can I be online with literally thousands of people at the same time from all over the world, and be standing in an area that has several hundred people standing next to me and moving and jumping and swinging their swords and whatever, and I'm getting no lag? Why can't Farming Simulator do this?
Yeah, I have heard people talking about the scripting. They could have scripted better. I don't know. I have no idea. I am no, as I have told you earlier, that I have no idea about nothing like that, scripting, modding, or nothing. I like using the mods. I'm a specialist on using all mods that I can find. So.
Oh yes, I have great respect for all the modders out there that actually script, that use Blender. I've tried to use Blender to make my own models.
Yeah.
And as I stated, I hate reading, and if I have to read paragraph after paragraph on how to make a little circle or a box, you can forget it. I am not going to read all this garbage.
No.
I don't want to know.
No, it's just like me. I don't like reading about stuff how it will work. I just test it and find out by my own mistakes first.
That's right. I have a great respect for the people that can actually write a script and implement it on a vehicle or on the terrain of the actual map itself.
Yeah. So what do you think about this new thing about the tractors? You can customize them.
I love that. Love that.
Before you buy them and afterwards, of course.
Yes.
Is that something that you think that is going to be modded more? You're going to be able to do more customized stuff?
I hope so. I hope there's some. Yeah, I hope there's some very good scripter out there that can add things to the workshop. Perhaps the damage and repair could be implemented in there. Yeah. I think that would be, it's an ideal thing. You could take it to the garage or to your own, if you buy the placeable workshop and put it on your farm, that there could be an actual, like a garage mode where you could change the oil, repair a broken axle, or, something like that.
Yeah. That would be really nice.
Yeah, there's the other thing. There was the mod came out for 15. What was it called? It was something to do with the terrain. I can't remember, but it's something I have a great offence to that's been in every series. That I could jump in my tractor, drive down the road, a paved bitumen, whatever, concrete road, go onto the grass, into a cultivated field, across a seeded field, through a ploughed field at full speed. No difference. No effect. Well, someone brought one out for 15 and I was ecstatic.
Wasn't it the drive control that had something to do with that?
It could have been, yes. I'm using drive control in 17. It was one of the first ones I wanted.
Yeah.
But it doesn't give that effect in this.
No. I think they haven't gotten that far with the drive control. I think that will probably come out with an update, if I remember. I think that was. You could even add when you drive on crops, it will kill it. in
Yeah,
drive
I
control.
love the fact that you can't just drive through your crops. You can get a little bit too realistic. It'll make the game boring for a lot of people,
Yeah,
which I can understand. You don't want to be actually working a farm as a part of a thing that you should be enjoying doing. You don't want to make it too difficult, but
no,
on the same token, you don't want to make it too unrealistic and annoying. I find it annoying when I play multiplayer in the past, and the people I'm playing multiplayer with drive straight through the fields and don't care, go and empty the harvester with the pipe hanging in the field and nothing happens. I found that annoying. And the fact that you can drive at full speed across all terrain was a little bit annoying also.
yeah,
I was glad in the end they fixed that. Some very talented modder fixed that. There was vehicle mods, tractors mainly, that came out with plough spec, they called it. And I
yeah,
liked that. That was good. It didn't actually slow you down very much, but it made the tractor jump and hop
yeah,
so you could lose control. And I liked that. But my biggest complaint about that was it was only the tractors. Whatever you were towing behind you had no effect.
yeah,
I thought to myself, why can't this person make a global
global
mod
script.
for plough speed and have any vehicle with wheels that hits a ploughed or a cultivated field have some sort of repercussions? That was not the case. But in the 15 version of this terrain, and maybe it was drive control or something called terrain or dirt and terrain, maybe that gave you resistance when you hit these other textures on the ground,
Yeah,
and that did it globally. Anything your trailers slowed down and jumped and skipped, and implements jumped and skipped. That was great.
yeah. So what else do you think we are going to see here in in
Oh
17?
well, I'm hanging out for auto combine. Not that I use the hired helper very much. I tend to do most of my own work, but auto combine was a big must. It's going to restrict, till that comes out, it's going to restrict some modders from making realistically shaped fields, because it's going to be such a pain
Yeah,
having a field like with a hired worker, or even you're going to have to do it all yourself, because the hired worker will not go around corners, etc. And if the field's shaped in a circle, you're going to have to do all the work yourself
yeah,
to square it off before you can use a hired worker. Otherwise, you're going to lose a lot of crop.
yeah,
So I'm hanging out for that. On the same token, auto tractor was, in my opinion, very buggy and hardly ever worked. But auto combine was faultless, I thought.
I never used auto tractor actually. I
I
used
tried and I
crossplay.
tried. Every new version that came out, I downloaded and tried it, and it was just another fail.
Yeah,
I don't understand the scripting, so I can't criticise
no,
the modder himself. He done a great job with auto combine,
yeah.
but the tractor version just wasn't working, in my opinion.
I think the auto tractor is quite much harder to do, because in auto combine it's a one vessel going back and forward.
That's right. Yep.
Auto tractor can be so many things, like you have a front implement or both, back and
Yep.
front, and the program should try to recognize both and such. So I think for me personally, I used courseplay for
Yes.
fields. There was circle shape or just odd shapes fields,
Yes.
and it worked. Mostly you needed to, maybe if you wanted to be seeding fields perfectly, and you need to take the headland yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting for the cosplay to get out.
Yeah.
I know that they are working on it.
Yeah, well, I read somewhere from the actual programmers for Courseplay that they got an invite from Giants to come to Germany, all expenses paid for a week, to help. Giants would try and help them bring it out in game, which I thought was very big of Giants to do that.
Yeah.
I also read, unfortunately, that only because there was two people involved in making Courseplay, the latest version anyway, that only one of them could actually go over. The other one was committed with work commitments.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I haven't heard anything since, whether they've been there, he's been there, or...
No, you just have to wait and see.
We have to wait and see, yes. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to Follow Me as well.
Yeah. Another thing, what other games is that you play, for example, Farming Simulator? There must be something else that interests you.
I play Euro Truck. Not as much as I used to, but it tends to put me to sleep now the older I'm getting. I play for half an hour and I'm full asleep at the wheel. But I still play that occasionally. That's a very good game, I feel. I haven't tried the American version because I lack the justification to buy it because I don't play it often enough anymore. I play role-playing games, numerous different ones, Dungeons and Dragons, Star Wars Online, Star Trek Online. I've tried, wasn't very good. Lord of the Rings, and I've tried Final Fantasy, the latest version. That's a game. That's the game I'm talking about. The graphics in that, you would swear you were there. It's so beautiful, and you can interact with in that game. You can interact with the landscape, and that's what made me think: why the hell can't Farming Simulator use this type of engine? I can't remember the engine, the graphics engine they use, but I thought to myself, why can't Giants use this?
Yeah, you just have to send them a mail and ask.
Yeah.
I think that is the best solution.
Yeah. But yeah, now I'm very tired and I don't do much else, sadly. I do have a few other health issues, but so I spend most of my time sitting in front of the computer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that's what the retirement's about.
You do what you want to do.
Yes, that's right. And I love games, so sadly that's holding me back on a lot of the modding that I do.
You're playing.
I fire the editor up and I do a little bit and go, I'll blow this, I'm going to go and play Go. I'll do that later.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
I mean, you enjoy playing the game. Why not play it? Yes, you want to make mods at the same time, but that's a job.
Yeah.
It's a job to do the mods.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not the same joy out of that as playing the game.
Yeah.
So how far on tedding are you?
I'm nearly finished.
You can just put on windrower. So there. Yeah. I actually think I have actually covered most of the stuff that I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
It's just a joy, as I have said before. Me and Johnny, we have played a few hours or so,
Yep.
multiplayer together, and really enjoying it.
Well, you've taught me quite a few things that I didn't know,
Yeah,
and I've
it's the
been
same
a
here.
long
You
time
have taught.
player, and yeah, it's good to get in touch with people that have played the game at different stages and tried different things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when you told me about this. What was it called in 15?
Oh, the animal breeding stations.
Yeah, the animal breeding stations was something that I did know a little bit about it, but how it worked, I had no
Yeah.
idea, and that
Yep.
is something that I learned from you, for example. So
The breeding
Yeah.
aspect of this game, I'm glad they've implemented, and it's
Yeah.
very, very similar to that mod from 15.
Yeah.
That the mod made for it.
Yeah. So are we going to see some more changes on this map in the future?
There will be other versions as more things come available for maps.
Yeah.
I've already thought of a few things that I want to do to the map. You don't really know, as a map modder. When I start playing a map, I think straight away, I don't like this, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
And so as a modder, you just go in and change it and try it, and you think, oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
And you play it like that for a little while, and then you discover other things that could be improved or added to it. And of course, as I play this map, I will come across that. There's a few things I'd like to change on this map now, but I won't. I don't think. I think it's pointless making, 20 versions of a map that have one thing different. You may as well wait, and until you get a few things that could be implemented at once.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Yeah. I actually do like very much your changes on this map, like
Thank you.
field 16. Good, big good field to start on. Actually, now I have to fill up the cedar 2 times already, because they had. Actually, that is something that it bothered me on that big cedar that I have there. Is in the Amazon, the biggest one, 15 meters. They have made the fertilizer tank bigger than the cedar tank.
Yes, they have. Or the rate, I'd say. It is slightly bigger because it holds 1,000 litres more.
Yeah.
But I think the rate of fertilisation per hectare compared to the seed fertilisation per hectare, I think it's different. I don't think you're using as much fertiliser as you are seed.
No, because the fertilizer has just gone down by 50 liters. I have filled up with almost 9,000 liters of seeds.
Yes. Yeah, so that's wrong. I don't know. I don't know if that's right or wrong, actually. I wasn't big on crop farming. I did a little. I helped neighbours do a bit of ploughing and etc. Cultivating. I ploughed and cultivated for the neighbours, but I was originally a pig farmer.
Yeah.
My father owned pigs, and I started off in pig farming. I did a lot of field work for the pigs because we used to make all our own feed.
Yeah, so there are some things that course, I think they could change to better.
Yep. Yep. It's actually more economical. The seeder that this game starts with.
Yeah,
Um,
because
it's more
fertilize.
economical to use that to fertilize,
Yeah,
because a full tank of that will do field 16. You'll have
Yeah.
a couple of 100 litres left over. It will do that field in one hit.
yeah. But I have started to use what we did, and actually you taught me. Fertilize first, then plow or cultivate,
Yep.
and then seed and fertilize at the same time.
Yep.
Where have you gone now? Are you down?
No, I was going to ask you, what other field did you do?
No, just take the loading wagon and start pick up some hay.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Because the other field that I cut down is just going to use that for silage. So we don't need to tether that.
Yep. Good.
No,
I don't know
Yeah.
about you. I've noticed something in 17 that's a bit of a pain and a problem. If your seeder runs, if you're using the hired worker and the seeder runs out, and you have to go and fill the seeder up, regardless of whether you take the seed out to him or bring him back and put him back to work, he goes the wrong way every time.
I didn't do that now, actually.
Okay.
I have no problem with that now. I start him where he stopped.
It happens in single player all the time. If I've got the hired worker seeding a field for me and he runs out, I go and fill him up. He finishes that row and then goes back over the work he's already done. And no matter what I do, I can't get him to go on the newly needed, the area of the field that needs to be seeded.
Okay.
I don't understand why it's doing that. The only way I can get him to finish that field, and I have to watch him, is to take him to the other side of the field and start him there. And then I have to watch when he gets to the part that's already seeded, because he'll just get going. So I have to stop him there.
I did had a problem with that, as you did, but I actually disabled the wheel crop destruction when you drive over the crop.
Okay, and that rectifies it.
That actually helped. It actually disappeared. All the problems with hired worker then.
Okay, so there must be an issue with that crop destruction.
That is my own. I just tested that. I removed it, and then everything was good with the hired worker. But I am using crop destruction now with wheels.
Yeah.
And, the hired worker is working as it should be.
Okay, good.
So I don't know what is bothering it with you on your computer.
Yeah, well, I will test your theory and disable that next time I'm playing single player, and disable the crop destruction and see if that is the cause.
As you
I
can
hope
see
not,
now,
because I hate playing with no crop destruction.
now it's already empty again. So now I'm going to fill the 4th tank of seeds on this field.
On 16, I used 3 full tanks.
I have already used.
Okay.
Which one did you use? The horse?
When I tested, I had unlimited money because I needed to test everything on the map to make sure everything worked. So I had the biggest feeder you'd have.
Yeah, the Amazon one?
Yeah, the Amazon, what's it called? Anaconda or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I used
Amazon
that one.
Condor
And,
15001.
Yep, that's the one I used. And I had to fill the tank up 3 times, which surprised me. That seems like a lot to me.
What did you seed in the first time?
I did. Actually, I seeded beans.
Yeah, okay. I'm seeding canola right now.
Yeah.
it seems to go much more of canola seeds than.
Oh, that's fair enough. It is a smaller seed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes. So, what else do you think you're going to put in this map afterwards?
I'm going to change the field design a little bit more at a later stage. I'm working on a storage facility to store. I know there's the placeable ones that are out. I know that, but I want to work. I'm going to work on one that can be put in. None of the ones that I've come across can be put in with the editor. For some reason, they just won't work.
Okay.
I think I tried it on this map with. There's about 4 different ones out now from other modders, plus the default one, the default payload, and none of them work in GE. I don't understand that. I've looked at scripting. I've done all that, and none of them seem to work. They work fine when you place them. So I want to make something more traditional that was out in 15, like proper sheds.
Yeah.
I love this dump anywhere. That's fantastic. But if you have to rely on that to make a storage for your grass and make a storage for your straw, you're going to have piles all over your map. It's going to be a nightmare. There'll be piles on piles,
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for something more central. And I've started working on that, place that in here. A little bit of a change to some of the fields again.
Yeah. But
And that's it at the moment. There's someone out there that has made a script to allow you to buy and sell chickens. Now, it's a nice idea, but as far as I can tell, the chickens don't breed, so even with his script, I actually tested it for the website that he posted it to. And it works great, but you can't feed them. Can't even give them water. All you can do is buy them and add to your stock so that you'll have more eggs. Yeah. I couldn't see. There's no added menus. It just tells you how many chickens you've got and how many eggs you've got.
Yeah.
Which is okay, I guess. You could have 1 million eggs there and go and sell your 1 million eggs.
Yeah. I actually never use pigs very much. The chickens very much. Actually,
No. I did
know.
like the egg laying station that was out for 15. I thought that was really well done. You had a worker outside working on the conveyor belt, loading up the eggs into crates or boxes, and you could take the boxes off to sell. That was very well done. I liked that. What I didn't like about it was that you could have 50 chickens. At the end of one day, you could have 20 left. They'd all be dying. You're basically working your chickens to death. I didn't like that idea very much. I mean, yeah, all right, you may have, like, even in this game, I feel there should be some risk of losing livestock.
Yeah.
Because that's right, yeah, there is that chance.
Yeah.
but that you don't suffer any losses here. I mean, you could have 1,000 cows tomorrow, and in 6 months' time playing the game, you could still have 1,000 cows. You wouldn't lose one.
No. It's many things, as I think I stated in one of my videos, or maybe more, that of course we all have our own desires to have stuff in the game.
Oh yeah.
If Giant would go after all desires from all people, I think we will never see a finished game.
No, the game would be an absolute mess too.
Yeah.
And genuinely, all people's ideas are good. I don't see anyone. I haven't seen anyone give a silly idea. They're all good, but impossible to implement. It just couldn't be done.
No, there are many good ideas, but some of them are just not able to put in a game.
No, it's just not practical and not doable.
No.
Just as in life, you want to do everything you can possibly in life. It's just not practical and just not doable.
No.
Not for one person.
No.
But I'm impressed. I was looking forward to 17. All the preview videos that come out made me sort of water at the mouth, thinking, hurry up. And I'm not disappointed.
Nope. Not me either.
I'm a little bit sad that some things they didn't put in, but I'm guessing everyone is.
Yeah.
But as a whole, the game itself has improved massively.
Yeah, I think so too. There are many good changes that I really like. Like, for example, what you are doing now. In 15, if you had tethered your grass, you couldn't pick it up with a loading wagon and put it in a pile as a hay.
Yeah.
That is new. That is something
that's something that really, really annoyed me about 13 and 15.
Yeah.
I bought a trailer. Let's just say I bought a 3,000 litre trailer or 30,000 litre trailer. I could only put wheat in it. I could only put grains in it. It's my damn trailer. If I want to put dirt in it, if I want to throw a log in it and cart it off to the thing, I should be able to.
Yeah.
I thought that was too restrictive. An object that can hold anything should be able to hold anything.
Yeah.
Not have a, oh God, tongue-tied now, specific thing it can only hold to me was ludicrous.
Yeah.
If you tried to put something in the top of it, it was like you were hitting a brick wall. It wouldn't allow anything in the trailer.
No.
It just wouldn't allow it below the top of the trailer. Like there was something blocking it, an invisible force field.
Yeah. I actually
I'm glad
tested.
in this game most items can hold anything.
Yeah.
Can do the work it's designed to do and to carry or to pick up. I'm glad they've done that.
I actually tested in this game, jump into a trailer. I actually fall down on the bottom of the trailer.
Yeah. Yep. That's
You're
right.
not standing on
and in
top
the past
of it.
you would just float above it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
So
this
that is-
trailer
that
cannot
was
hold
something new.
humans.
No, because exactly.
This is not a human transport.
Exactly.
I'm a bit saddened that they haven't allowed you to stand, say, on the roof of a tractor and travel along with it. Even if you do go in the back of, say, a trailer. If the trailer starts to move, you will be left behind. You'll get shot out the back of it. You won't be carried along.
Your trailer is full.
Oh, it is. I'm talking too much.
It's okay.
So yeah, I'm saddened by that.
Yeah.
I should be able to stand on the bonnet and go for a ride, I thought.
Yeah, you can't.
No,
They have already
just shoot
tested you and me.
over it.
I was trying to stand in the back of the pickup truck, but I couldn't because I was just standing still when you were driving.
Yeah, yeah,
We're still on the same spot as the pickup was when I just jumped on it.
yeah. It's a little bit of a pity that Giants didn't incorporate the passenger script
Yeah,
into their vehicles. That would have been good.
because most of the tractors do have a passenger seat.
Yeah, most of the tractors have got a seat here. The harvesters have got a seat.
Yeah,
The pickup truck's got a passenger seat. You know,
yeah,
it's a shame that you can't use them.
no,
But I'm sure the guy that did the passenger scripting for 15, I'm sure he'll be working on something for this. Or
Yeah.
hope. Not that you use it much, but it's nice to be able to think that you could, in multiplayer, jump in with someone and go out to the field, play it a little bit more realistic in that respect.
yeah. Now we're getting some hay in the loft. That's good.
Yep, that's the second
getting
load.
ready for, yeah. It's what, 44,000 liters in one trailer, isn't it?
Yep, you should have 88 in there.
Yeah. It is what 100,000 liters of each straw and hay.
I think that's what this one holds.
I was thinking we have passed our time quite a lot here now, so
Oh, okay.
I think
Yep.
I think if we are still going to play, then we should just go and do it on another map.
Yep.
Need to have something to do for the videos. It was really enjoyable to have you with us here, John. And
Thank you.
just get people to get to know you and your thinking of the game and how you think when you're doing your mods like this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it was really nice to have you here.
Thank you very much. It was nice talking non-stop and interrupting you from talking.
Yes, no problem. It was actually
bit-
enjoyable to have somebody else to talk, so I could just sit there and listen to you.
Yep. I was a bit worried I was going to be I'm not an outgoing person. I was a bit sorry. I was a bit scared that I was not going to be able to talk, realizing that everyone in the world could listen.
Yeah. But
But once you start an Australian talking, you can't shut them up.
no, I have noticed that. So thank you for that, Johnny, and
Thank
for
you.
you all that you have been watching. I hope you really loved this video because I actually really enjoyed listening to Johnny and his
Yep.
aspect of the game.
I'm enjoying all your videos.
Thank
they've all
you,
been
thank
good.
you very much.
You do a great job.
Thank you very much. And if you did like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you have anything to add, please give me a comment. And subscribe, of course. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.